Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Thursday, September the 29th. My name is Barry Anerson. I'm the moderator of our trading room. This is the address to get into the room. And I am live on the mic between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I do share my screen all day long. After clicking on this link, you'll see my screen. And if you'd like to take out a subscription to Trade Ideas, you can type this in, and when you click on it, you'll see a promo code. To give you an idea, it's about a little over $4 a day if you take the annual subscription, $4 a day for Trade Ideas. All right, well, what a day. Now, first of all, my day was punctuated right at the beginning with a very, very lucky trade. If you saw my video yesterday, actually, it might not have been in the video, but if you were in the room yesterday, you know that I decided to swing this one, this MRNS. Let me show you the daily chart, show you why I decided to do it. You can see there's this beautiful big void there, and this one, it got as high as 274 and it pulled back a little bit. I got into this trade at 266, so this is where I was swinging it. Okay, so let's get the 15-minute chart up again. So this is where I'm swinging it. I'm in at 266 right here. And a little bit of a pullback. Now, somebody had said that they were going to be releasing data. This is a bio. Always, a little bit nervous about that. And they said that it was supposed to be released by the 30th. Now, that's tomorrow. Now, of course, saying you're going to release data by the 30th does not mean that you won't release data in the post market right here, or in the pre-market here, or sometime during the day, or after the market today, at any time. Bottom line is this. I was actually talking. I was, when we were doing our pre-market work, I was talking, and then all of a sudden I saw this thing just start to spike up. Look at this. It got up over $3. I took some out at 303 almost immediately. This really happened quickly. Was very happy, and then it started to fall, and I said, you know what? I'm going to get out of the rest and then see what happens. And my internal plan was that if it broke over 3 again, I might get back into it. But look what happened. That certainly, eventually, I guess whatever they did release their news of their trial, their studies. And, on first glance, I guess people liked it. And then on second glance and third glance and fourth glance, they just sold it off in a horrible way. So, I was extremely lucky. Number one, that sometimes I leave my computer for a few minutes in the pre-market. Luckily, I didn't do it this time, because otherwise I would have missed this big pop and I would have been probably trapped down here. So anyway, those are the vagaries of trading these bios. You always have to be on your toes, and but it did work out for me. Now, let's talk about Holly. Holly was sensational today, especially at the beginning. My only problem with Holly is that look how many alerts we've had today. I think that's had even more. Let me just see if I can. Just 1 second. All right, yeah, this happens sometimes when I click on a window. Anyway, you can't even see the bottom. I think we've had about 60 trades though today, so a lot of trades. But look at some of the early ones that I was able to get in. Actually, hey, I forgot about my my first trade of the day that really worked out well. And by the way, I am in this one still. I'm in stay. It's not really done anything. This came from, actually was in twice. There's a new, I don't know if it's a new strategy, but it's called topping pattern. In fact, I know it's not a new strategy, but it's called topping formation. It's basically looking for stocks. Let me just click on it, and I'll show you where the alert was. The original alert was. Second. Okay. Why aren't you? Oh, I know why. Okay, just a second. I've taken the symbol linking off because I do want to keep an eye on it. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So here was the original alert, and this was, you can see what's happening. You've got a bunch of green candles in a row, so it's looking for a top and to short that top. So I did end up shorting it originally at 1483, and I got taken out in this candle here basically for no gain. And then I have reshorted this, and I like, it has a bit of room to fall, perhaps into this void area. So, but we'll see. I'm in at 1474. However, let's take a look at CAT. CAT was my first trade of the day, and that came. I don't know if you remember in some of the previous webinars, I really, really like this window here right off the bat. Look at some of these. Look at the early trades here, and this is at, now that says 919. Okay, so we're at 19. So actually, that was in the pre-market. I must have a pre-market. Let me see here. I must have the pre-market also as part of my filter, or as part of my alerts. It's a little laggy when I'm doing a webinar, when I'm in the room, and yeah, so I have the pre-market here also, so that's why that showed up. But there's MIME. Look at CAT, 87.11. Got as high as 88. 88.87. I discount SPEW. This is a crazy, crazy little low floater, so I kind of discount that one. I was saying in the room that I like the more expensive ones. Look at HP, 65.15. Hit a high of 66.97. I think CRZO did the same sort of thing, 39.19. Hit 41. So this is what I'm kind of looking for right off the bat. These ones, and after a while, I'm not as interested in them. But take a look at these first ones in the morning when they appear, and I say I really do like this particular window. So again, sorry about that. So anyway, CAT was my first trade, and I got into CAT at around 87. What do I get in? 87.28. Almost, from that first alert, 87.28. And I sold some immediately at 87.51 to lock in a little bit, and then after that it was 88.31, so over a dollar there. 88.21 on the way down. So it turned out to be just an excellent trade. Then from Holly, Cat B. I mean, it may not look like much. Getting a little lag here. Sorry about that. It may not look like much but it's the percentage gain, and it happens so quickly. So many alerts. I'm trying to find the original Cat B alert. 1 second, just bear with me. At the top. I have to put you on hold again. Well, something kind of weird is happening because the Cat B alert has disappeared, and we've had some problems with some of the symbols disappearing. If you're in the room, you notice that sometimes this whole screen will just go blank. I'm pretty sure that Cat B was a Holly alert. I may be wrong. It may have maybe something else, but at any rate. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? Yeah, I'm sorry. Cat B was a scalp for me. I'm mixing it up. I'm going to get into the CRR alert from Harley. Cat B was a scalp for me. What happened is in the pre-market we were watching this one, and the only reason I like this one is that they had some kind of a press release that they were doing something with Sarepta, SRPT. And if you've been following Sarepta at all, you know that it's just been an absolute rocket ship over the last few days. Get to the daily chart. Yeah, I mean, you look at this rocket ship that it's been on, and so a lot of times what happens is you're going to see a stock that when they put out a press release, if it mentions a stock like this in it, a lot of people will get interested. And I know a lot of people in our room traded this one. For me, it was just a quick scalp. So I'm sorry about that. I was thinking of CRR. CRR is the Holly trade that worked extremely well right off the bat. CRR. Here was the alert. Ah, that's right. We had two alerts for CRR. So let me get the original one right here. So I got into this trade at 11:11, but the point is that it was very, very fast. I mean 11:11, and I immediately took some out at 11:30. 1128, 1137, 1129 along the road as it started to just base here. But the thing is that this was very very quick. This was about a 1 minute trade, and you gotta love it. I mean, Holly just found it, and plenty of time to get in. You know, plenty of time to get into the trade. The alert was at 11:12 actually, and so I was able to get in right at that. I think it might have, maybe it had a little small pullback, and then I got into it. So that was that one, and then the other one was Pac D. They were almost simultaneously, or almost simultaneous. So here we go again. Doesn't this look very familiar? So here's Pac D. The only thing I did on this, the alert was at 393. I waited for the 4 break, but look what happened. I mean, 4 break up to 440. So I took this out at 435 on this, and then traded out the rest in this area. The point of it is that Holly found these trades early. They were almost like instant gratification in terms of the win, and huge percentage increases for PAC-D and CRR. So, and the other one didn't work quite as dramatically was BBG. Again, BBG, here was the alert at 592. Again, I waited for the 6 break, got in at a little bit late. Actually, I remember I wanted to see the 6 break. Here it is at 601, and I just turned my head or something like that, and so I didn't get into this one until 607. But you know, it popped almost immediately also, and not quite as dramatically as the others, but I was able to get out 616 and basically flat. So not as dramatic, but nonetheless, just really, really good, solid early trades. And let's see, I did take Bass, got knocked out. This was when a lot of people were playing a little bit of a lag. Here we go. And yeah, it was a good exit. Got into this trade. Holly got alerted this at about 82 cents. Actually had a pop up here to 87, which I didn't take. Held on. I was in at 83, and then when it broke down here through 80, this is where I got out at 79. So I took a loss here. But overall, just a fantastic day for the people in the room. And of course, a lot of the excitement, NXPI. You know, this is a potential buyout by QCOM. Some were able to, you know, by the time we saw this, I mean, you know, people say, well, why don't you have a news feeder? I guarantee you, by the time you heard this news, it was already up here, and you know, it was definitely, we were alerted in our, excuse me, in a lot of our different windows. But anyway, this is one. This is a semiconductor. So the semiconductor index, of course, exploded at the same time. So a lot of the semiconductors are in play right now. Sorry about the being a little bit disjointed on this video, guys. But you know, I got all confused with this Cat B. I could have sworn it was a Holly alert, but it wasn't. So the stay, I'm still in it. I'm still staying in it. Haha. Still in it, and you know, there's no reason for me to get out. It's not doing anything much, but you know, I never know. Later on, it could just start to really fall and could start to fill this little void here, so it would turn into a decent trade. Again, I'm short at 1474. At this point, I'd probably cover at 1474. It's just not that dynamic, but we'll see what happens. All right. Well, I can't wait to get back into the room. I say a lot of the semiconductors are still popping, so see what happens on that front. Again, this is how to get into the room. This is the link. No catch. It's a free room. No credit cards. No nothing. You don't have to give us anything. We'd just like you to show up. Ultimately, of course, we think that you'd be so impressed with Holly and what everything else we do with our program. And of course, the traders in the room are fabulous. We got a lot of great traders in the room. It's certainly not just all about me. And if you do want to take out a subscription, just use this, and when you click on it, you will, excuse me, you type it in and then click on it, you will see a promo code. And again, I'm live from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. every single day. Usually open the room at about 8:45, and that's when we start. That's when I start sharing my screen and we start looking at the ideas in the pre-market that some of them that might, like the Cat B as an example, that might be something worth following all day. All right. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye bye.